everybody, and welcome back to the New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Will. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back to the Fart Dunge.
Oh shit! Fart Dunge it up, dude. It's got a nice ring, got a good, nice, light stench that we've really accumulated over the past year and a half.
We're working on it.
We're getting there.
It's still early in the season here. We're laying down some tracks, so to speak.
No need to repaint yet, but it's getting there. So how are you?
I'm doing just dandy. It was the eclipse today. Wild, crazy day.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Yeah, it was fun. Just stared directly at the sun.
Now you just have this missing spot in your eye line right now.
Yeah, I just got holes burnt in my retinas and a forever corona burnt in the back of my eye sockets.
Hey, you know what? That's pretty cool because then you can tell that story at the next eclipse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You really should wear those glasses because we see your eyes look like burnt charcoals.
They look like you just put a couple marbles in there, dude.
You look like a Kingsford Grill advertisement.
We are currently also watching the Reds and Brewers. It's now, top 7?
Yeah.
It was looking real good. Put up a ton of runs. Had a big inning. And then it didn't happen.
Yeah, Graham Ashcraft had to sit a little while. I think it was like 23 minutes, they said. So that because he was cruising right before that. And then I think he kind of fell off a little bit there.
Yeah, he had 28 pitches and 18 pitches. It was just bad. He couldn't get out of the 6th. It was such a bummer because he was looking so good. And now what? Justin Wilson's in there and just gave up a double to William Contreras. So who knows? We thought we were going to be excited, game in hand. And now it's like, oh boy, they're fighting back.
Yeah, now we're really watching the TV.
Yeah, which is, I can do it. I can focus on both. We can make this happen. Yeah, Eclipse was cool. It was pretty wild watching it, and then it got so dark downtown, and then all the streetlights came on.
Yeah, and all the animals started just going wild. There's a bunch of chirping, a bunch of running around by little critters. It was crazy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because their circadian rhythm is just all thrown off. I think it started to be dark, so they start getting a little chirpy.
Oh wow!
I started chirping right back. Chirping me, I'll chirp at you.
I'll chirp it up because my circadian rhythm also fucked. I didn't get to, I wasn't with my dog or I wasn't with my cats, but I did see today one of my stray cats caught a giant rat.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, you go get them. You clean up the neighborhood. That's why you like having stray cats around. They're mean.
Yeah, this is what we play for.
But yeah, so the people are like, yeah, the bugs are going to fall out of the sky and they're going to fall out of the trees. Okay, that means my stray cats are going to eat good. God damn it. 2-run homer, Christian Yelich. Oh boy, the Reds are now down 1. Or up 1, sorry, just up 1.
Yeah.
It's not good. There's still a lot of game left. There's still a lot that can happen. That is, didn't see this turn of fate here.
Yeah, when we first got set up for this, it was 8-0, I believe. And we keep looking up. Everything's like, what is happening?
Everything's falling apart. Okay, he went up and got that one off of Justin Wilson.
Yeah.
That was just a really good piece of hitting. Taking it the other way. They were doing the same thing to Graham Ashcraft, too. His cutter was breaking away, and they were just following it and came up with a game plan after he was owning them, and then just...
Yeah.
Other way. God damn it.
We'll see what happens here. We got a ball game.
We got a ball game. We don't want a ball game. We want to lock in and get this done for you guys.
We want a shellacking.
Yeah, we do. Oh, great. Oh, here comes Lucas Sims. That's when you know it's like, okay, we got to actually get prepared to save this game. So we'll talk about the back end of the bullpen a little later on. So, dude, we had a great Saturday together.
It was pretty tight. It was a Saturday for the boys, definitely.
Oh, dude, one for the books. We got at it. We went to the Reds game and then watched the Reds come from behind and win again. Rally Reds. Red legs never say die. Then went outside. We're like, could we bird it? Traffic's pretty bad. I don't want to get ran over. Called a lift.
Yeah.
Got to TQL Stadium in time to see kickoff. Sadly, they lost, but we got to double dip, dude.
It was an insane day. It was a great Cincinnati day. We got to hang out with buddies, Garrett Teitelbaum and John Holmes.
Yep. Their first games of the season. They had a delight of a time. It was the first time Garrett had the nacho dip burger, and same with John. It was nice to share that experience with them.
John left with 2 helmets.
He had the mini cheese helmet, and then he had the Skyline nacho helmet. He just needed the big nacho helmet to have the resting dolls going.
Yeah, the Russian nesting dolls. That's what we need.
Yeah, you should have brought that BYOH. Bring your own helmet.
Oh, exactly.
And then we could have just seen it go. And God,
It's just like refills, like at the movie theater. It's like, no, just fill up with cheese. Just top her off.
no spoon. Do you have straws? Now these paper straws fall apart with the cheese going through. It's just too hot.
Yeah, a little too thick.
A little too thick. Oh, nice cheese shake.
Oh, we got to have some new food too.
Yeah, you finally got to have the jalapeno cheddar sausage.
Top tier.
So good, right?
Everything about that. The taste, the texture, the having like the pretzel bun, because normally there was like a hot couple years where pretzel buns were like the big thing and they just got overused, but this is a great combination of spicy, crunchy, salty, and just delicious.
It's so good. And in a German baseball town, everything should be on a pretzel bun.
I can agree with that.
I would love to have a cheese coney on a pretzel bun.
It'd be pretty wild.
Maybe someday. But no, we were talking about this, and I hate to say it, the switch from Queen City sausages to Hempler's is a pretty big deal. I think the snap and flavor is better from the Hempler.
It was very good. And it was also, they weren't shying away from keeping a really spicy jalapeno dog.
Yeah, because, you would get something spicy from Queen City there, and you'd be like, okay, it's got a little kick, and it'd be like that fake hot.
Yeah.
Where, like, that jalapeno cheddar dog, each bite, it keeps building and building and building. Where it's like, oh, this is real jalapeno. This isn't just some extract or flavoring added into the meat.
No, this is real McCoy.
This is good. I'm sweaty, and I really want another one.
Oh, it was a great day for concession stand food.
Oh, yeah, it was. Because I had one of those and then had an Oberon. It was delicious.
That was nice. I had a dark beer, and then later, I'm thinking about food, I had a Gomez turtle.
Oh, dude, the turtle at TQL Stadium, game changer. Dude, and $9 for half a turtle?
Yeah, it was
That's
good.
a deal.
And that was clutch. In that moment, if you need something to fill up a turtle, it just wraps you everywhere.
Yeah, I've never had a turtle and finished the whole thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, you take like one or two bites, and I'm like, I'm going to save the rest for later. So it's good they only have the half sizes.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking from a fat guy food connoisseur, strong concession move, Gomez. We're real proud of you.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome. It's a shame that you got to see a loss at TQL Stadium. But what were your overall thoughts first time being there?
I was really blown away. Just the size of it, it looks way bigger than what it is, and it was sold out. It was 25,500, something like that.
513, baby.
Dog. It was great. And just the view of itself, like you can't necessarily like see the skyline of any of like the buildings, but you see like the clouds and the blue sky, and it's turning pink, and it just feels there's a great ambiance.
Yes.
So it was really fun. And of course, like the crowd is just insane.
Dude, loud the whole time. The drums, the bullhorns, you got to experience the true FC Cincinnati experience.
It was a blast.
And it's like when you don't see anything outside of it, you are transported. You forget that you're in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, it definitely does feel like you stepped into a different realm.
It's so nice. Different dimension, dude. The soccer dimension.
Yeah, what's happening here?
The upper 90 dimension, dude. Oh, there you go. That's stay and play. Come on back in. Nope, that's going to the seats. Dang, foul ball backwards. But, man, come on, Lukey. Lock it in, buddy. Shut her down. But yeah, dude, it was cool. You got to experience that, and then we got to double dip and go to Holiday. Have some Malort.
We had to.
You had to. Those are the rules. You had your first beer boot.
Oh, it was great. And you do have to do like the twist. I thought that was like a myth. You know, like from Beer Fest, when they had that boot thing, they got to twist it. You have to, or you're going to get that bubble. It's going to hit your face. People are going to call you a noob.
It's coming in, and I'm like, dude, you just see me looking like an idiot drinking it from the side. And I'm like, nope, I'm avoiding the bubble. I'm smart. What was so wild was that dude behind us showing up with the boot and just having an entire frozen daiquiri in there.
Oh, yeah. It's like, what are you going to do with that?
Are you just going to wait for it to melt?
Yeah.
20 ounces of ice and liquor.
That's what it looked like. It is completely separated. You see the red stuff down here, ice up here, drunk person holding it.
Yeah. Holding it and then moving slowly around like this. Just little wobbles. I guess if you're wobbling, you want an ice drink so it stays steady in the glass.
Exactly. You don't look like that bad. If it was beer, it'd be sloshing around all over the place.
Yeah, it looked like the Ohio right now. Well, it's up and high. So, dude, yeah, we had one for the books, and then I went to the game on Sunday. So, pretty good.
Yeah, it's a hell of a Cincinnati weekend there.
Yeah, it was. Then went home and relaxed. Dude, I also tried this new thing last night.
Showering? I'm just kidding.
No, brushing my teeth.
Oh, dude, don't do that.
Yeah, thanks. I've been told not to. Like, you want these to fall out.
That's just big toothbrush propaganda. I'm trying to get at you. Crest
getting after me. Oh, 3D my ass. My teeth are flat.
Yeah, we see you over there, P&G. We're picking up on your propaganda.
This fluoride conspiracy's gone too far.
These pits stay stinky. Eat it, Charmin.
Eat it. Give me them bears. I want bear meat now. God, I'm hungry. I didn't have dinner yet. Anyway, so I went and we were talking about food and then even more food. There's this new ghost kitchen called MLB Ballpark Food. And it is exactly what it sounds like. It is ballpark food that gets delivered to your house.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was a pretzel bun, chicken tenders, barbecue sauce, sauteed onions.
Dog.
Dude, so good. Because it's just baseball trash food. If you just are craving it, you now can order it until like midnight.
That's awesome. Is it like a vendor like shows up like the buttons on? Billy, hot dogs here.
Hot dogs. Guy's like, I don't have beer because I'm driving. Dude, the packaging showed up and it was like a bag and it was like an outfield with the wall and the MLB logo.
Nice.
They really nailed it.
That's smart.
I will pay the premium to have that brought to my house.
Please.
But I will not trust. They have the California dog and it has avocado. I'm not trusting avocado from IHOP.
Yeah, that's a pretty slim window there for avocado.
Yeah, and on a hot dog, that's too much mush.
Yeah, it could be fine, but it's got to be like fresh. You got to see it cut right in front of you. Otherwise, it gets all mushy. That's not how you want an avocado.
No, and an avocado that comes in a bag from anywhere that IHOP gets just their food distributed from, no chance in hell it's fresh. None. Oh, God. But no, I highly recommend it. Give it a whirl if you are on your couch and you don't have hot dogs in your house. Like, how do you not have hot dogs on hand? Grow up.
What are you, a fool?
Yeah.
Yeah. Screw my cholesterol. Let's make it happen.
So I highly recommend it. Go get it.
Yeah, I can dig that. There was some other ballpark food, like those the double cheeseburgers with like the wafer in there that I think Garrett and
Oh, yeah,
Holmes
the
were
nacho
having.
dip burger.
Those looked amazing.
They're so good. $16 too for that. They have the nacho helmet, the little helmet with cheese in it to dip. What a great call. I think everything at the ballpark needs to have nacho cheese. That's including the Dippin' Dots.
Yeah,
Just
I can
fire
see
it
that
in there, dude.
Just come with cheese.
Just come with cheese. Can you add cheese? Can I get just a side cup of Dippin' Dots? Get rid of the Dippin' Dots cheese.
Sorry, I brought my own cheese. It's fine.
It's fine. You just pull out a freezer bag full of cheese. You just start dumping it on everything. Yeah, no. They said you can bring your own food in.
And you got like that quarter thing that's just like condiments, like.
Yeah, no, they don't have that like chopped onion relish thing you get at UDF, but I got it.
You make a change, no relish.
Yeah, no cash at the ballpark. Only condiments.
I do like the burger. You're talking about like the science behind like the sliding patties and how the wafer prevents that. Like you're getting into like the burger patty tectonics of how they slide around.
It's a big deal, man. If you've got two patties, right, and then you put a tomato on top of one of them or underneath another one with the tostada, that thing's just doomed to slip out and fall. I think that's what they're trying to do. They're really trying to screw you and be like, hey, we're gonna. It's someone playing a prank and being like, we want to watch you eat that off the ground. Will you do it, fatty?
Yeah, I will.
Real quick, one Mississippi.
Yeah, I still got plenty of cheese. I'll dip it off there.
Yeah, did you know that cheese actually cleans bacteria off of food?
I 100% believe it. If it means I can eat cheese off the ground, I'll believe whatever you tell me.
Whatever cheese science you got there. Well, I think Neil deGrasse Tyson said something about that in the Eclipse. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we had a great time, and I can't wait to go back. And there's so much more food to get. Oh, Grounder to third, Tyler Stevenson, dude. We'll get to him in a little bit. Let's start here. The A's are officially moving to Sacramento.
Sure.
Why not? If you're going to go from Oakland, you might as well go to Sacramento, light the beam, baby, get it rolling. They're going to be there from 25, 26, and 27 with an option for 28. Like Boris wrote this contract.
Yeah. Well, so we're going to defer a lot of this.
All concessions have been deferred. Is that a single?
Oh, that's going to be inside the park, and that's Elly. He's gone.
Come on. Oh, he might do it. That could be a little leaguer. Keep going, buddy.
Let him go. Move it.
Oh,
yeah! Inside the fucking park. I almost took down.
Oh my God, Elly!
That happened. That's what we needed. It's an eclipse, baby.
Oh my God. That was insane.
So he's got 2 homers.
Light off all the fireworks.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, man. What does he have? 12 total bases this game?
I think so.
Dude. Does he get to have the little rubber Funko bat?
You have to. They got an even tinier one.
Yeah. Oh, man. I feel like they need to give him rollerblades after he runs around like that. Look at him just,
oh, dear Lord, yeah.
Crumple.
I'm going to chill for a minute, dog.
Yeah. Maybe I don't need this cape today.
That's crazy.
So tired.
And after he hit one 450 feet, just looking like he was just flicking the ball out of there, and he just does that.
Dude, you can't make a mistake, any type of mistake against this guy, because he'll just burn you like that. Mm-hmm. So you have to play conservative. Holy shit.
Awesome.
Dude.
Glad to see it. Keep it rolling, boys.
And I have so much in this script where I was like, am I worried about Elly? Should we be concerned? Yes, there's still concerns, but that's what you get. That's what you sign up for.
Mm-hmm. Keep putting the ball in play.
Keep putting good wood on it. They have to throw him fastballs. He's getting into good counts this game where they have to throw fastballs.
And we were talking about this on Saturday about how they had Steer batting behind Elly, giving him protection. And in the amount of fastballs inside the zone that he's going to see, it just immediately just goes up. So hopefully when we see the season progress here, he's going to have a bit more protection behind him.
Wow.
The quality of pitches he's going to see is just going to go up. Yeah, dog.
Dude, that's so sick. Look at that hair fly.
Love it. He's stoked.
Hyped. Fuck the Brewers. Mm-hmm. That's so cool. That was off a lefty, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. So he's got a homer off a lefty and a righty tonight.
How about it?
One left the park, one stayed in the park, but still, all shows up the same in the box score. Mm-hmm. God, that was cool.
Needed it.
Let's shit on the A's. The A's are moving to Sacramento, like we said, 25, 26, 27 with a team option for 28. This contract is written by Scott Boras. And then John Fisher, that balding piece of shit, came out and said, this will be the most intimate MLB experience. I'm excited to see MLB superstars like Aaron Judge play here.
Oh my God, could you have phoned it in any harder?
Dude, could you also not be aware at all whatsoever of just saying like, yeah, I might own this team, but fuck them.
Yeah, let me shop around. Just throw it out there that I also like the Yankees a whole bunch. And intimate, yeah, it's small. That's what intimate means. It's small. It's not going to house the unnecessary amount of people that you want to have for a professional league team.
No, because guess what? That is a triple-A ballpark.
Yeah.
And you're treating this like a single-A franchise.
Yeah, intimate means small.
Small. Cool. Oh, small park, big homers, 10,000 people? Dude, I'll be shocked if they ever sell that thing out.
They should keep like AAA prices though, and just do like dollar beer stuff. Keep the promotions like that. Yeah. If you're gonna have them play in a minor league park, have them have minor league deals.
Minor league deals on food, and they need to have wild minor league uniforms.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You know, like I've got that Jersey Diners hat. You know, do something crazy. You know, the Sacramento crack pipes.
Jesus. Oh, the Skid Row. We need to get the Savannah Bananas involved. Have them help them out.
Oh, God, no. They're above that now. I mean, they've sold out MLB stadiums.
Yeah, exactly.
Why would you help out the A's? And by the way, I keep calling them the A's because they are no longer the Oakland A's, or they won't be. And they're not the Sacramento A's. They're just the A's.
That's terrible. And they have some of the most World Series wins. Like, they're a storied franchise.
Yeah, dude. They were killer in the 70s, 80s, early 90s. They had a nice run in the 2010s to start, and then John Fisher inherited this club and has been nothing short of just tearing it down, being like, I want to go to Vegas. And Vegas is like, we don't even know if we want you here. You haven't spent money when they were in Oakland.
No, nine World Series championships this organization has.
9? Okay. 89, 74, 73. What other years?
They had some old. They were an old team.
72. Okay.
30, 29.
So 30, 29, and 13. That's when they were in Philadelphia. So, but yes, they still count tactically for the Oakland A's, which are now just the A's.
Yeah, it's no spring chicken organization. It just seems a shame that this is happening.
No, and it's a shame that Rob Manfred's allowing it to happen. Just like, you know what? You all need to deal with it. We want it, so it's happening.
Yeah.
Just telling the fans, just telling an entire city and a fan base to just suck it up.
Yeah.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could help, but I just control this entire thing.
Yeah. If only there was someone in charge.
I could wave a magic wand.
And I'm also surprised just how much like an embarrassment this is to the league. That, my friend, is a double. Is that going to score Will Benson?
He might run through his stop sign.
No, he stopped. Was that Espinal too?
I think so.
That sure looks like it. Oh, Bubba Thompson.
Okay.
Bubba!
Yeah, baby.
I love Bubba. Did you realize before this weekend, Bubba Thompson, shout out Brian Tobanek for this one. He messaged me. He said, Bubba Thompson has pinch ran and scored 3 runs without having an actual plate appearance. How long will it be until he has one? And we were sitting together. I was like, it finally happened.
Yeah.
He struck out, but you know what? He finally got a plate appearance.
Yeah, he did. He's a quick one, too.
Yeah, he's fast. He's a good depth piece while TJ's out. But yeah, it's just embarrassing. And you would think the owners would be like, you know what, this is getting too far. You don't have a deal in place. Nothing's going on. They should boot this guy from the league. They and the owners have the power to do that.
It would be nice if there was some sort of guardrails or repercussions for just pretty much just shopping teams around and just doing stuff that's just very limited to like benefiting a few people. It's not benefiting the fans. It's not benefiting the players. It's just benefiting the people that have a ton of money.
Yeah, it's just benefiting John Fisher, who is a trust fund kid. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing. So I feel bad for the city of Oakland. And I'm gonna feel bad for the city of Sacramento.
Yeah.
And who knows what's gonna happen when they get to Vegas, and if that stadium even gets built and that gets approved. But the story of the week was just, we're gonna have all these superstars in here hitting homers in our tiny ballpark. Come on out and see it.
Yeah.
That real won't be good though. We won't. I'll still make money.
Yeah, it'll just be a circus.
Oh God, a barnstorming fiasco. So, and speaking of fiascos, the Dodgers have more egg on their face with why did I say Elly De La Cruz? Is that going to go out? No, that's short. All right. Well, good comeback there. All right. I was thinking about Elly De La Cruz because I was thinking about MLB superstars. Pretty cool. Let me take this from the top. The Dodgers have more egg on their face with another Shohei Ohtani situation. Shohei hit his first home run at Chavez Ravine, jacked it, a fan caught it, and then the staff was rude.
That's strange.
Weird. They had her come out and they said, we'll give you some signed hats, and that's it. And she went, no. And they went, how about some signed bats? And she went, no. And she said, can I talk to my husband? This is like one of our favorite places to come to together. It's a special memory. It holds a dear place in our heart. And they went, no, he stays in the corner. We're meanies. And then strong-armed her into saying, this is all you're going to get, or you're not getting this authenticated. So here's some signed hats, here's some signed bats, and we'll make sure we escort you out to your car so no one jumps you and tries to steal it.
And none of that happened.
Nope. They let her just walk around with thousands of dollars worth of shine Shohei memorabilia.
Yeah, completely screwed these people. That was awful. They had after she caught the home run, they took them down like underneath, like where they're gonna do like their business and they took her and her boyfriend, separated the two. So they can talk to her. They treated it like it was like a used car dealership. They're just going to like screw you. It's like, no, separate those two. We're going to try to hammer them down a bit. And then said, we're just not going to authenticate this.
Yeah, we'll let you walk out of here and it'll just be worthless. And it's like, this is bad cop bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's see if their stories line up. It's like, what the fuck? That's my husband. That's so odd. And they cornered her knowing like, well, we could probably talk her down, which is so absurd. and not authenticating it. How classless.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's just like such a disrespect. I mean, this has just been the theme of just like people in charge of baseball being rude to the people that actually support baseball. Those people go there all the time, watch games, big fans of the Dodgers, and they treated them just like scum. It's just like, dude, they were a part of this cool moment here, and you guys have a lot of bad press going around. This would be a great story for you guys, especially with Ohtani, and even more stuff's going to come out of here with this we were going to talk about, but it just was so rude how they treated him.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things, it's like, what's the expression? Penny smart, dollars poor, where it's like, okay, you're going to try to save a little bit of money here on this ball. You guys have more money than God. What are you doing? Try to pinch these people here. And then it's just going to, what we're talking about just came out and just looks so bad for the organization. Now they're having to backtrack.
Yeah, a couple foul. It cost them nothing for Shohei to do that. Mm-hmm. And she was like, I wish I could have got a picture with him or met him. Like, they weren't asking for the moon. Mm-mm. For them to be like, all right, then you can have this ball that you hit. And guess what? That ball is worth upwards of 6 figures. And it's only going to accumulate over time. And then they were just so rude and mean to this person where they walked out with a sour taste in their mouth going, well, I don't know if I want to go back.
Yeah, that's terrible. They took lifelong fans and made them question their loyalty.
Yeah, after this guy who's in hot water does something really cool, and then they ruin it. Mm-hmm. The organization ruins it. I can't believe it, man. They're the class of baseball. Mm-hmm. Get out of here. Act like it. Be nicer. And it's not that hard to have them wait and be like, Shohei, they caught your ball. You want to go say hi? And he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then Ohtani apparently said something to the effect where it sounded like he did meet the people that caught the ball, but that didn't at all happen.
At all. No, not another lie, but a presumed falsification of the facts.
Mm-hmm. They're going to have to fire the other interpreter. I had no idea that he was meeting with fans when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But, that could have been such an easy thing for Shohei to just have some positive press about. It's like, oh, this is great. I'll get to meet these fans, ingratiate myself with the culture here. Instead, just know it's like, oh, that was lost in translation a little bit, or like it would have been so easy to make these people's awesome day that much better. Instead, they just had this sour taste in their mouth.
And they're walking away going, man, we could have kept it, had it authenticated, and, made 100. That's life-changing money.
Absolutely.
And instead, they're just like, well, I got these bats. Neat. Cool. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Probably never going to go back. Mm-mm. Dude, if Shohei's going through interpreters like Jabba does with ladies on leashes. Just another one into the Sarlacc pit.
Just pulling them on the leash.
Jehovah, the Jedi. Boom. At base down, they're like, I've been able to hide from the Rancor.
Oh my God. Seriously, those people could you imagine how worse it would have been if those people got mugged for all that sports memorabilia?
Yeah, they said that people were like staring at them when they're going through the parking lot, like locked in on them. How fucking classless. To not even just to immediately take away authentication.
Yeah. You
know what I would have done? I would have been like, fine, whatever. Find the broadcast of me holding the ball, because they probably got a video of it. Mm-hmm. Screenshot it, laminate it, and go, here's your fucking authentication.
Yeah.
This is my face. This is my hand.
Yeah, that was terrible. Just threaten the people.
It's embarrassing.
Shame on you, Dodgers.
Shame. For shame. More shame on the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. God, the more I can shame these guys, the better.
That'll show them.
God, Mookie Betts is playing really well, though.
Yeah, he is.
He's so good. They're so good, but they'll still lose in the divisional round. Mm-hmm. Change my mind. You probably won't. Let's talk about the team we care about, though.
Okay.
These boys who are at the top of the 8th, 2-1 count, 2 outs. Fernando Cruz on the bump. Getting ready to shut it down here.
There you go.
Ooh. 2-2 count. Dude, Fernando Cruz, and then you move right into Alexis. Alexis got 2 runs to take a deep breath. Mm-hmm. You'll be good. So, the Redlegs last week, they went out to Philadelphia, took 2 out of 3. I was over the moon. You were over the moon. Mm-hmm. Then they came home, and they dropped 2 out of 3 to the Mets.
Yeah, it was real bad.
And now we've got this battle going on with Fernando Cruz.
There we go.
Lock it in the hold. Good to see it. This is where we were going to start with the bad. Elly De La Cruz in the field. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was looking pretty rough, flipping balls around, kind of doing more of like the flashy plays that resulted in a handful of critical errors, which is not something you want to see from your shortstop, especially when he's supposed to be one of your best players, and he's also struggling at the plate a bit.
Yeah.
So a lot of compacted issues.
Yeah, I mean, that game on Tuesday, he had 2 errors where one was just, he just missed a ground ball, but the other, and it happened again Friday, the glove flip. Dude, take the ball that's in your glove and take your other hand and grab it and do this. You don't need to do this because that cost him the game, both games.
Yeah, it was in very critical situations where the games were on the line and then did that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, in Tuesday, that would have been an any double play. And instead, then it snowballed and Suter got rocked. I don't blame him. I blame Elly because then it would have shut it down and they could have had to come back. They could have kept the lead and then closed out the game. But that's not what happened. So stuff like that concern you at all?
In the short term, yes. In the long term, I do feel that if Elly sticks to talking about specifically at the plate, I like how he's developing. However, in the field, it's rough to watch that stuff. So hopefully it's more of like a mental thing. I mean, physically, I'm not concerned about him. But in the short term of this season, when everything is so hyper, focused in with the amount of injuries that we're having and every game is very important, yeah, it is concerning.
Yeah. With how tight this division's going to be. Yeah, I'm with you. Every little thing. And I get that it's a marathon and that they're probably not thinking that way. But looking back on it, man, you're thinking, well, if you drop this, I feel like I said this last week too, you drop this right now, you can miss the postseason by 2 games. You can't win the World Series in April, but you sure as hell can lose it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I hate bringing that back, but if they just keep doing these little things, then it's kind of not going to fix itself. But tonight, good. Sunday, better. But he's just Saturday he had that crazy play. It was the middle of left field, and he ran out.
Yeah, he covered so much ground. He was just hanging out in left field making a catch. His athleticism is impeccable. But just seeing those things where it's just like in between the ears situation, I don't want to question like his enthusiasm. You see him when he's running there. I mean, he is electric. He's screaming. He's having such a good time. I just think having a player like him where he's so fast, such a upper echelon player, and when they're trying to like tamp him down a little bit, it's like, hey, let's work on like put that foot on the ground. You don't need to have a leg kick. So he's having to, in his mind, probably step back a little bit. Maybe
sure.
he's playing a little slow. So that's where I think possibly some of these issues are coming from. Is he's used to playing so fast, and he's having to take like a beat almost.
And also he might be thinking this could be a cool highlight real quick. I'm just trying to be, you're always thought to be sexy out there.
Yeah.
Make baseball sexy and just doing little things like that or jump throw or whatever. But there, he just got it caught. It just kept staying up, and I don't think you want to, and you don't want to neuter that cool factor. Mm-hmm. You don't want to neuter that he's one of the coolest players in baseball. But at the same time, if it's starting to cost you games, then you got to have a conversation.
Absolutely, double play is way cooler than an air.
Yeah, it is way cooler. Mm-hmm. It's so much cooler. So, and also we were going to talk about him at the dish, but if he can keep up tonight, like this is what you sign up for with him. Before today's game, 242, 324, 394 with a strikeout rate of 45.9%. That number is where it's most scaly, the strikeout rate. Look, he's got a 15-game on-base streak going into last season. Pat him on the back. Got it. But 45.9% of a K rate. Almost half the time you're up there, you're striking out.
Yeah, that's not getting it done. That really needs to be addressed.
Giving away outs. Mm-hmm. You're shortening the game for him. After tonight, even with tonight, are you still at all a little bit concerned about that?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned. I do think the process of him seeing more pitches is going to, in the long term, help him out. And he is getting pitched extremely difficult. No one is unfamiliar with him in the league. I do think having a player behind him that will allow him to have some protection, see better strikes, because people are putting up great pitching sequences to him. So he is having a very challenging time, and I do think him seeing a lot more pitches is good, but it's also him getting behind in the count early.
Yeah.
And then they keep attacking seemingly the lower part of the zone with off-speed pitches, and then he just swings and misses.
And goes right through it. It's interesting that you mentioned getting behind in the count. One of the things that we were excited about to start the year, and I know it's still early and there's time for him to figure it out, but he's been trying to lay down a bunt. He misses, and next thing you know, he's 0-1 in the count. So you're giving away a strike, and which means, okay, maybe that was the best fastball you're going to see.
Yeah.
So instead of putting it down the first or third baseline where you intend to and it doesn't happen, that could have been off the batter's eye like tonight.
Yeah, it does seem that pitchers are wanting to get ahead of him, and they show him like maybe one fastball to start off with, and then it's just off speed.
Yeah. Maybe that's something you do in a 1-1 count. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but what I do know is Alexis Diaz is coming in to shut this thing down and slam the door.
Yeah.
But maybe the answer is, keep working on it. I mean, maybe in your own time. I don't know, but you just can't be striking out this much and chasing that much low in the zone and shortening your ABs by giving away freebies that are rolling down the lines.
Yeah, I want to see the bunt as a complementary piece to him getting on base with hits.
Yes. Yeah, and maybe he doesn't bunt for a week or two, and he really gets in, and then this is what happens. 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 8 total bases.
Yeah, get these guys in rhythm here. I know it's been a little bit for some of these guys, and it's still very early on, and they haven't really found their swings and stuff yet. So today it seems a lot better with Elly, so hopefully it just keeps on happening here. But yeah, he does need to address the strikeout rate.
Yeah, it might be something with where he's looking to. If he's constantly looking up and he's looking up and trying to find it, then all of a sudden the bottom falls out of everything, and he's like, well, I was looking up and I just keep missing him. That's just an approach thing he's got to work on.
Yeah.
He has been more patient. He is getting to longer counts, but it's still just like, damn, you want to get this down to like, if you can get it to 38%, 37%, that's still high. But that means he's hitting the ball and he's getting on more, which then creates more chaos.
Yeah. And we just played the Phillies. You saw like 1 through 3, their hitters, Schwarber, Harper, like they don't wait around. They'll take whatever. If you got a first pitch strike, hey, they're going to swing at it.
Yeah.
So I think if Elly can figure out a way to see more pitches, but it doesn't translate to watching good hittable strikes go by, I think just finding that nice balance and again getting comfortable, getting in the rhythm, and also too, it's been really cold out now. Things are starting to warm up, and I think too the bats will.
Oh yeah, and we'll get to that part later with a lot of other players that have been cold. But let's take a look at the starting pitching. Ashcraft tonight was unreal until he had to sit there for 23 minutes.
Yeah.
His cutter was working, dude. You can't, at the top of the zone, going away from a lefty, right? Or wait, no. Top of the zone, cutter going away from a righty. 100 miles an hour in a 3-2 count. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, his pitches are really slick. They kind of slip around. Like his sliders kind of go, like it starts off. It's kind of has these weird looks.
Yeah, because he's got the cutter that breaks away. Then he's got that sinker where the fastball just falls down. A sinker at 97, a cutter at 100, and then you throw in a slider at 90, and now a changeup at 87, 88. Look, he only threw it twice against the Phillies, but holy fuck, if he can have 3 really good pitches and then a fun little out pitch with a changeup, we're talking about a guy who we have been excited about, who has the stuff and can definitely make it happen and be an upper echelon starting pitcher in this league for a long time.
Yeah, we saw for the first, 4 or 5 innings?
Dude, he was cruising.
Yeah.
He just sat too long. And, again, this is only his second full season. That's something he's going to figure out. Yeah.
Again, one of those things like in the small run, a little concerning, but not really. In the long run, you see where he's going to be developing, and just the stuff he has was just so good tonight.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it truly was. And we don't have the numbers for in front of us for tonight's start, but we do have it from Philly, which was 28 sinkers, 28 sliders, 27 cutters.
That's a great mix.
Balance. Balance, baby.
And he gets ground ball outs. He doesn't go all the time deep into counts, so it's hopefully you want to see Hunter Green pick up on that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just has so many ways to get you out.
He is a ton. And same with that next guy, Frankie Montas. Lots of whiffs. Kind of wish he would have closed it out in the 6th, but he went 5 2/3, 100 pitches, a really good mix. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, 5 Ks. Not the sexiest of numbers. You really wish that 5 2/3 was a 6. 5 Ks is pretty cool. 3 walks, not so great. What is a little concerning, though, was his fastball velocity on his sinker and his four-seamer were down almost 2 miles per hour. That's not great.
It was that really cold, rainy day.
Yes.
That may have had some issues, and there was a lot of sitting around, but it's still something to keep an eye on for sure.
Oh, 100%. Good pitch at the top of the zone. There you go. We got 1 out here, 1-1 count, and that is Willy Adames. And I do not like that human. I don't like him as well. I like him as a human. I don't like him as a Milwaukee Brewer. There we go. You know what? That should have been 2. And then instead they didn't keep him on, let him just take it. So now he's at 3rd, but it doesn't matter. Here we go. Let's see if they can shut this thing down. It'd be huge, man, to take a bunch of these games from the Brewers. They had our number last year, but they're a very different team.
Very much so. Yeah, definitely one to take, to show them, hey, we're the top dog in the league here in the division, and as well as just, start bolstering that win column.
Yeah. And you know what's even more crazy is after this series, they don't have another division series until May.
Dear Lord.
We'll get to that in a little bit. Little tease right there, huh? But Frankie, it was cold. It is, and it's, dude, he's still looking good. Those are still numbers you're going to take every day. 1 earned run?
Absolutely. I mean, that's your starter. That's your ace right there.
That's your guy going, yeah, I can guarantee that this guy's not going to get shelled.
Yeah, he seems confident. He just has ice in his veins, it seems like. I mean, that's just the type of guy that when he's up on the mound, you feel confident.
Yeah, and a good mix between, so his four-seamer was the most used with 36, splitter 27, sinker 18, cutter 10, slider 9. So a good mix of secondary stuff. You would like to see the slider maybe a little bit more, but he'll get more of a feel for it when it gets a little warmer. I think he's pitching well, and I'm just nitpicking. But for him to be dominant, you need to have that out pitch working more.
Yeah.
And same with the splitter. His splitter's so gross.
Yeah, it's awesome looking.
And it's only going to get grosser. God.
When things start heating up, man.
And it's getting there. All right, Alexis, lock it in here. That's a 2-0 count. Hunter Green, he went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 6 Ks.
And we lost.
That was because of the offense, and it was because of Hunter. That was awesome to see.
Yeah, that was great. That felt really good seeing Hunter be able to put that together. And it was a shame they didn't come out on top, but I'll take that.
Yeah, none of it was his fault. 48 sliders, 46 four-seamers, 5 splitters. You need to see that splitter number be in the double digits, and you need to see the slide and it start to creep up and take away from that slider.
Yeah, that way people aren't just parking on pitches.
Exactly. But also, what's concerning too with is what's been going on in the league. Shane Bieber out for the year with TJ. Spencer Strider out for the year. Most likely going to be TJ.
And now TJ Antone. Yeah.
With the way these guys are spinning and then the MLBPA saying it's the pitch clock and it's shorter, should we even be trying to force a new pitch onto Hunter Green?
Yes. Yes, we should. I think a lot of it, again, very small ball theater in terms of this sort of topic of it. I mean, it's been a topic for a little bit, but just seeing some of the recent conversations being brought up and showing images of, you seen like Verlander, Nolan Ryan, when they're throwing, you got their elbow up here coming over the top, and a lot of these guys are having these issues. It's when it's going down in a lower slot and putting more pressure apparently, around the elbow.
Oh, that's a fly ball going to right. Game.
There we go.
Huge. Alexis, way to lock it down, buddy. Whew.
Little hairy,
but you know what? It shows up as a dub.
Yeah, it does.
That's all that matters. Thank God.
Yeah, got some bats going. That was nice offensive production there.
Yeah. And I am $33 richer.
Hey, that's beer money, baby.
That is. Put it in the bank. Dude, I had Spencer Steer get a hit. Over 4.5 Ks for Ashcraft and Reds money line.
There you go.
Bing bong. Make some money. So, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Holding that up and your arm slots and stuff. But also it shows you, like, you know, my guy was like, dude, if you take away these seconds of these guys, you're not giving them enough time to recover. And with how much, I mean, yeah, it is increased velocity, but it's also that's how they get paid, combined with the game is moving faster. This is going to happen.
I'm curious to see how the league's going to react after that.
Yeah, I mean, the MLBPA filed a complaint and just were like, hey, this isn't safe. Guys are getting hurt. You're losing one of the best young pitchers in Spencer Strider.
Such a bummer.
It sucks. I feel bad for Braves fans, but as Reds fans, we're like, there's a little chink in the armor.
Yeah, and we've suffered so much in terms of the injuries here. So, I mean, you feel bad, but at the same time, it's just like, it's going around the league.
Yep, it's coming. And luckily, you know, hopefully it's not too bad for us, but maybe slider, he's got a good feel for it. He has been obviously using it. He used it more than his fastball. But the splitter, it's not like he's throwing a curveball or anything where he's putting it too much pressure and trying to just really snap it. So I don't know. It's just concerning. And you don't want to lose a guy who is going to be in your rotation for a long time that you're like, this is a cornerstone dude.
Yeah, you don't want to force it on these players here because it is something about their bodies do have to adjust to it and learn. And when they are having these very serious, violent motions, you know, with their arms, you can see it's very easy to do something that'll cause damage.
Yeah, so easy. What wasn't easy was Nick Martinez's last start. Boy, howdy. He had 5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 8 hits, a walk, and 6 Ks.
Yeah, we were there for that game.
A lot of that came in the 4th, though, dude. 4 runs in the 4th.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of good pitch mixes, but they were just seeing him.
Yeah, they were. And his control was all over the place. A lot of stuff high, a lot of stuff low. But the thing is, man, like, I like him as a spot starter. I like him coming in like, all right, you pitched 2 innings here. You pitched an inning here. All right, how long has it been? Okay, it's been 5 days. You want to give us 5 today? That's exactly what he's here for. I don't see him as a long-term solution, and the results, sadly, show that.
I would agree with that. I do like him, but I do... And we've talked about this. He's probably going to see him slide probably into the bullpen, or when you need like, hey, we're going to need to have these starters have a little breather here. Give us as many innings as what you can.
Yeah, give us what you got. We'll see what happens. But I don't think he's a long-term answer, and we'll get to who we think is a long-term answer and what's coming around the corner, coming up from a health standpoint and from a minor league standpoint. And then we close it out with Andrew Abbott here. 5 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. You take that from your 5th starter every day.
Absolutely. I love how he mixes his pitches, and he's not like a dominant fastball guy. Just shows you if you can hit your spots, have good control, good stuff, you can see good things happen and get outs.
Yeah, a lot of stuff was either up and inside or up or away where he was missing, because that's something he talked about working on in spring training, and he clearly is still working on it. 45 fastballs, 18 curveballs, 16 sweepers, 16 changeups. So setting up the fastball to set up 3 out pitches is awesome. It doesn't create a whole lot of called strike or whiffs, with a 25.3% rate at that one, and then 8 whiffs. So not a lot of swing and miss, but that's not the type of guy he is. We want him to be a contact guy, get ground balls, move it along, and get you some length. Would love to see 6th inning. We'll get there. But I don't think he's the guy that you're like, you need to be bumped so that we can put someone else in here. No,
I like his presence on the mound. And the start that he had before this, the first inning was rough. He had like 20-something pitches. But then after that, he settled in. And I think you're just going to see this more and more throughout the year. Like these guys, the second start that they've had, it was better than their first.
Yes. Almost everybody. And then Abbott, I mean, his first start was a little bumpy off the rip too. So I think I'm with you. He'll iron it out. He'll look like he did last year in May and June next start.
Yes.
And especially with him going up against an anemic offense that he's going to be seeing in his next start. So I feel good. I feel good about it. This is exactly what we needed from this rotation. Length, don't give up too many runs, don't get shelled, consistency.
Yeah, and keep battling.
Keep battling. If you've got with this offense that can explode at any moment, and your starter at worst is giving you 3 earned runs, awesome. Ashcraft, I think that was an exception because of that how long that layoff was, and I don't see that coming from him moving forward. I think that's something he'll correct mentally going into his next start if something like that were to arise again. But like, this is what we needed.
Yeah.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Absolutely.
And it's only going to get better. It can't, it could get worse. I just don't see it with how well these guys are pitching. So, bullpen overall solid for the week. Suter wasn't his fault with the errors that were made. It just snowballed, and there's not much you can do with that, bud.
No, unfortunate. Bullpen's looking great. Those runs were not the bullpen's fault.
No. When you're looking at these boxes here, you look at Buck Farmer, 4 2/3, 1 run. Emilio Pagan, 2 2/3, 1 earned run. Fernando Cruz, 2 innings, 1 earned run. And then with tonight, another inning, 1 earned run. Alexis Diaz, now 4 2/3, 1 earned run. Solid.
I love seeing it. Seeing these like zeros just going up and down. A lot of the stuff.
Solid, dude. Justin Wilson finally did get it. He got his up and comings. And Lucas Sims now has 2 innings pitched, no earned run, or 1 1.3. No. Shit. 2 1/3. Math is hard.
It's very difficult. There's a lot of numbers here, people.
Not a math guy, but I'm learning it. And after staring at this, I thought I would be better with it. But yeah, and you've got so many guys coming back that are going to fill into this spot. Dudes like Sam Moll, who were consistent. And Sam Moll only gave up, 2 earned runs when he got traded to the Reds last year. Ian Jabot, Eat Tane. My guy. Yeah, dog. I can't wait for him to get back after this forearm strain. He'll slide in nicely, and you'll be able to rotate in dudes from triple. Again, this can only get better.
Yeah, and we had a great bullpen last year, and it just improved a lot to this year. So I'm excited to see a lot of these young guys get more experience in, and then just be in the flow.
Yeah, and think about this too, dude. You're gonna slide in Nick Martinez, right? Mm-hmm. Hypothetically. And you can have a guy who's a stopper giving you 2 innings of work, 2.5. Look at Suter. On Sunday, he went in and gave you 3 innings of 2-hit baseball.
That's great.
You can rotate those 2 dudes in and out and have some length, and you'll be saving your bullpen while using your bullpen.
I love it.
God, I'm all horned up. Man, this team's good. This team's going to be great. They're doing it. I know it's April. I'm just so horned.
Yeah, dude. I'm horned up right there with you.
Now we'll look at the lineup for the week. Congrats to Spencer Steer, the NL Player of the Week. Again, these are numbers before tonight's game, but holy cow, from 331 to 4.7, 440, 533, 920 with a 1.453 OPS, 3 home runs, 6 runs, 10 RBIs.
And 1 engagement.
What?
He got engaged.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, congrats.
Hey, way to put a ring on it, buddy.
Yeah, baby.
Strong work. Steer up. That's what he does when he gets to the bedroom. Steer up.
Here we go.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. NL Player of the Week.
Yeah, fine. And he went 3 for 4. Okay, we'll do the thing you like.
No big deal. Oh, he's giving his post. Ellie's giving his presser in English right now on the field.
Nice, dog.
How about you love to see it.
How can you tell me he's not working hard at being a professional?
Yeah, there isn't. There is no way, dude. What a cool guy. I wish I was as cool as Ellie.
Same.
I'm just as fast though.
I know. I was going to say you're damn near faster.
Oh, it's pretty close. Oh, dude, I'm quick, fast as fuck, boy, fast as fuck. But no, seeing him, like, we were worried who is going to carry the torch of this offense with McLean down, Friel out, CS warming up, and Elly until tonight exploding. Does this surprise you in any way, shape, or form?
It is. I know we keep saying it's still early on. However, you would like to see, CES, making a bit more contact, putting balls into play than what he is. He has hit the ball pretty hard a lot, not showing a lot of base hits for it, but he's still striking out a lot. You would like to see Stevenson start, some of these players that if they just perform at an average level for their ability, I mean, and you have guys, like Steer going off like that, that's going to translate to more runs and wins.
Oh, totally. And I don't, this obviously you can't keep this up for an entire season. Be pretty cool if he did, but we're going to see more weeks like this than not.
I would agree.
Because he's so consistent. He's got such a level swing and can hit both lefties and righties.
Yeah, there's very little adjustments that need to happen for that sort of swing. If he ever does go through a funk, it's probably going to be very minimal.
Yeah, it'll be like, it's not like remember, like Jay Bruce would go through the 10, 11-day stretches. You're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Is he ever going to hit again? And then you're like, oh, he's hot for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then completely dead. I just don't see that coming from him. We never have, considering he was a rookie last year.
Exactly.
And hit that well. It's just, pretty awesome. And then tonight, Will Benson getting a homer off a lefty. First one in his career.
Crushed it.
Smoked.
Yeah, it was awesome.
He was one guy where I was like, okay, he popped off a little bit. Everything he hit was a double, which was cool. But it's like, man, a little consistency. Let's see you start to do something against lefties. And tonight, 2 for 3 with a solar home run and a double, 2 runs, 2 RBIs.
Nice. Talking to the media right now.
Talking to the fine folks. No, well, we are the media, but we're not that kind of media. So he's kind of talking to us.
Yeah.
I can read his lips, and he's saying, yeah, the new Nasty Boys are pretty great. They've been encouraging me. If it weren't for them talking smack the first month of the season last year, I wouldn't have gone down to AAA and proved them wrong. So I would like to thank Chris Weir and Billy DeVore for being so mean and on top of it. You're welcome, Will.
Way to lengthen out those strides.
Strong strides.
Yeah, he's looking great. And, of course, the silver linings of these injuries is, of course, having more players get more opportunities. Will Benson taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and he was a guy we thought he would be taking advantage of it fully. It'll just be interesting to see when TJ comes back how it's all going to shake out between Rake and Will. Like, what do you do if... I mean, Rake he's not hitting terribly in any way, shape, or form. There's a couple... here we go. 333. A lot of singles, not a lot of power, but he's 333, 429 with a WRC plus of 104.
And also Fairchild. He's getting on base.
Yeah, he's getting on base. He's doing his only thing, hitting lefties.
He did rob a home run today.
And he robbed a home run. Guys, okay. Whatever. Don't, okay? He's my Will Benson this season.
We will make him better.
Stuart Little, you going to get it together, you little mousy boy? Huh? Oh, look at me. I jumped up and I caught that ball. Well,
look at the way my hair bounces out of my hat.
I was thinking about cheese.
That did look pretty sweet.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm giving him grief, but, last week he went like 1 game, 2 for 4, 1 for 4 against a lefty, did his job.
Yeah, he's hitting the ball opposite way. It's looking good.
He's the depth that you have to rely on while TJ's out. And same with Bubba Thompson. These are guys that you just need to be serviceable until we get this guy back.
Correct.
Until you get TJ back. Then you figure it out. So, slow starts though for Jammer. So slow for CES. Tyler Stevenson, both Malley and Stevenson, so slow.
Yeah, Malley was seeing a lot of pitches recently, having some nice at-bats, but still just not able to capitalize. He's still definitely doing damage. If you're taking, 12, 13 pitch at-bats from a starting pitcher, that's doing your job. But yeah, a lot of these numbers you want to see, ticking up a bit quicker.
Yeah, and we were hoping that Tyler would turn it around this year. And again, still early, but him turning it around makes this lineup longer. And you really need him to get off the snide. And I think he will. I think it's just he'll figure it out. He'll get it back. There's the Stuart Fairchild catch. What a little shit. He'll get it figured out, but it's still, it is still concerning. And hopefully it doesn't last longer than 2 weeks, and we're sitting here and at the end of April going, where are any of our catchers' bats?
Yeah, and again, it gets magnified with the injuries that we do have and how close these games are going to be and how tight the division's going to be. So, it's very easy to see who's not performing.
Yep, and the guy that they paid the big bucks to, Candelario, dude, I get it. It's cold, new ballpark, new team. You got a leash. Obviously, they can't just take him out of the lineup.
Yeah.
His leash is as long as it gets. Especially with Marte not coming. And I was talking with Eric about it. There's no reason for Marte to even be on this club up in the pros at all this year because you can't use him in the postseason.
Yeah, unless something happens with injuries. Because, what are you going to do? You're trying to get these guys ready for playoffs, and you're not going to use a guy that's not going to be available.
Of course, you don't want to force it. So say that, let's just throw this out there. Mm-hmm. If it does happen, which I don't know. McLean is back 1st of August. Here's what you got to do then. You are having CES at first, McLean at second, Elliott short, India at third, Jammer's your DH, and you rotate between Jammer and Marte at third. Well, Jammer and India is your DH and CES and kind of rotate that in and around. Mm-hmm. But where are you going to put? You're going to risk all that to put Marte out there, get him ABs, and then say you make the playoffs, and you're like, sorry, bud, you're fucking out of here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but this was all part of his own doing. So.
Yeah, no shit. But just saying in general.
Yeah,
so you really need him. I think he'll pick it up. CES, like you said, making hard contact, getting there. I think once it gets, 15 degrees warmer, those balls that are going and hitting the dirt and coming up, they're going to be lifted over the third baseman's head.
I think so too. Just getting that muscle memory back.
Yeah, just getting that elevation, and not just hitting it into the dirt. So I'll give it time. It's all we have to do is to give them time, and they'll get it going. I think it'll happen.
Also, to the scouting on these players now, like people know that the Reds have some hot young talent. Now, I think there's enough knowledge about these players to figure out like the holes in their swings. Yeah. So this is going to be a bit more difficult. But I have faith that these players are going to turn it around.
What a crop! What a crop of boys! Look at these buff boys in Cincinnati.
It's wearing a goose suit. It's goose suit.
Goose suit. Now we got to get to the bummer.
Okay.
We got some injuries.
Yeah, we do.
We got some injuries to talk about. Jonathan India was staring at the sun tonight, watching the moon pass over, going, oh, wow, this is really charging my crystals. And then a ball flew and hit him right in the knee.
What a freaking bummer.
Dude, how many more freak accidents are going to happen to Jonathan India?
Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, he's just such a lightning rod for bad things to happen.
Yeah. Maybe get rid of the crystals. That's bringing all this bad energy to you, dude.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure. Yeah, those crystals are just definitely not helping. Maybe wear a helmet or stand behind the screen. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You can't be out there.
Start with the crystals, though. Don't worry about the screens and stuff.
Yeah.
For sure, the crystals.
Do you think I'm not wearing enough crystals?
I have 19 crystals on me right now. But he got drilled, and luckily, he went out and he swung the bat. He looked fine. He ran, but they just took him out for precautionary reasons. Knee contusion. You lose him. Fuck.
Yeah, very awful if that were to happen. All these things, all these compacted injuries just make you worry. And yeah, I mean, hopefully it is just like a little bit of a knee contusion. So he's probably going to be feeling real bad tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
But hopefully he'll be back to about 100% like after this series.
Yeah, just put some ice on it. Charge up your crystal, rub it on there.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be good. But that shit's so scary, man, because the depth that we went into this season with is non-existent at this point. So, and you would be stuck with Espinal at second long term. That would be bad. I'm not shitting on the guy. What I'm saying is he's not Jonathan India.
Yeah, and the turn of events to get to where we are now, to think about the depth that we originally had in the middle of the infield, it's just it feels like you got this big carpet sweep happening. So every little injury, you're just like, I cannot believe it.
I can't buy it. Are they? Really? We're going to do this again?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Speaking of doing it again, TJ Antone, man, what a bummer.
That is just awful. You hate seeing that. I mean, the guy put so much work in to get back to being a professional athlete. Just to see this happen, it's devastating. 2
Tommy John surgeries, and then a forearm strain, a flexor strain, and then just his arm popped through one pitch and went, nope. I know this, and I've been here. Dude, his body's betrayed him, and that is one of the most cruel things about this sport.
Yeah, man, you just never know when it's going to be your last game. Hopefully, he can come back and do something here, but this is not favorable for his career.
No, Joe Danneman said David Bell says TJ Antone had a tendon tore from the bone and a ligament tear in his pitching elbow. Surgery this week. I mean, 2 TJs, flexor strain, now this. I think his career's toast.
Yeah, unfortunately, such a bummer for him. You feel for him. The team feels for him. You could tell right away, the weight of the situation just by how the players reacted and, some of the commentary after. So it's awful. You really hate seeing this. It's terrible for him. Awful. You feel for him. Heart goes out to you, TJ.
Yeah, you and your family. It really blows. I would assume that maybe he'd be a candidate to be with the pitching coaching team. Pitching coaching team.
Yeah, sure.
Pitching coaching team.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he could be, he could be a coach and still work with the guys, still be there. And he's a smart, good dude. That's someone they all want to have him around the clubhouse. He clearly was talented.
Mm-hmm.
Teach him a thing or two.
Yeah, I think so. He can definitely be a player that even from the bench can have an effect.
Huge. Absolutely. Sam Mull and Eat Tane are still rehabbing in AAA. They'll be called up soon. But to replace TJ Antone was Carson Spears. He's filling it in the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
But that won't matter long because Nick Lodolo will be making his season. He's season.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Lodolo's making his season debut.
Baby.
Nick Lodolo will be making his season debut on April 10th against the Brewers. Didn't have a great start last time. 2 2/3 innings, 4 runs on 5 hits, no walks, 2 Ks. Any worry or concern about that outing, knowing that, hey, you're going up into the bigs to pitch next, pal?
I'm less concerned about him being in the lineup than I am with him out of it.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm really stoked. Yeah, I mean, that last outing, I'm not quite sure. Maybe he was working on some things. I'll scrap that. I just want to see how he's going to perform his first outing back with the Reds. So I'm extremely excited for this.
Yeah, he probably was just spamming the same pitch. I haven't watched it. Just I'm working on my curveball.
Yeah.
See what these kids do.
He's probably showing his pitches. I don't know. It's a curve. It's a breaking ball.
Yeah. It's a fact. Yeah. So sweep. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm obviously extremely concerned about his availability, which is what we talked about all offseason, and which is also why they signed Nick Martinez. But if he's back up here and he's healthy, and I mean, he'll be facing a AAA team when they go out to Chicago. Oh, wait, no, April 10th. So, no, he'll be playing the Brewers. He'll be pitching against the Brewers here.
Nice.
That's a day game, isn't it? Because Tuesday's the 9th. Tuesday's the 9th. Wednesday's a night game. Thursday's the day game.
Okay.
So, you'll be pitching a night game against the Brew Crew, who can put up runs. We saw tonight.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, if he can give us a handful of innings, this look great, turn it over to the bullpen.
Oh, if you can give us 5 1/3, and he has 9 Ks.
That's all we're looking for. Just strike out 9 dudes in 5 innings.
Yeah, we're just looking for a dominant line. No big deal, dude. Make us get you off the waiver wire. Mm-hmm. Some of us might need it in some other leagues. But it'd be really cool if you did that. But yeah, you want him to come back. You want to be successful. You want him to stay healthy. So they're going to run a 6-man rotation, which will be interesting. So it's Muntis today. You got Frankie. Lodolo Wednesday. Green Thursday. And then you go to the White Sox. Martinez Friday. Abbott Saturday. Ashcraft on Sunday. So they'll do another run through. And then I'm going to have to assume maybe they keep it going until they get back home against the after they take on the Mariners.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do too much rearranging here, barring anything else. I don't think they want to push Lodolo. I don't think this early on. I don't think they want to like push too many arms. So
no, and you've got some guys that have been able to give you length in the bullpen. So it's still early enough where you can still manage some innings. And if they're giving you these starts, you don't have to worry about that. It's not like you're having somebody go out there and give you through 3 1/3. And then you're like, okay, now we really got to tax the pen. So we'll see. I think that they might go through this, and then they would probably reset after this off day on the 18th.
Yeah, I can see that. Just kind of figure out where they're at.
And evaluate, and then I would guess they move Nick Martinez to the pen.
That seems to make the most sense.
And then they would send Carson Spears back down. Right?
That sounds right.
Or if Fernando Cruz shits the bed. But I don't think he's going to. He's pitched really well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think Martinez is going to go to the bullpen, I think he'll be great there.
I do too. And it's not a demotion, dude. It's just exactly what we signed him up for.
It's where you fit in.
This is it. This is where you fit in and give us the best chance to win. And it's an insurance plan for Nick Lodolo. What's really concerning, we haven't heard anything about Brandon Williamson.
No, kind of weird.
Nothing. He's been shut down since he's like, it's just some shoulder fatigue. And we've heard nada.
Yeah, that is concerning.
It's extremely concerning.
Because when they don't tell you much, it's not because they're sitting on good news.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. So that's a little worrisome because, he's a guy who contributed for us. What was that? He had 5 quality starts in a row, and then he got COVID.
Yeah, he kept improving too.
Yeah, he was looking great. He was looking like the guy that we were banking on when we traded for him. So just a little concerning. There's enough time and there's enough dudes in this starting rotation that you don't. It's not like, man, I'm really miss Brandon Williamson. It's more of like, I want to know what's going on.
We're highly sensitive to it now. All sorts of injuries. We're like, what was that? Huh? No. Am I in now?
No. Joe, I got pitch? No, I'm the shortstop. I'm Elly De La Cruz. I'm a cool guy.
I'm the fast guy.
I'm the fast cool guy. You didn't know that? Check out the dreads. So, like I said, if you can take 3 out of 4 at home with the Brewers, that sets you up in such a great position for the rest of the year with a division that's going to be tight.
Yeah, and I think you'll be able to get that, Mets losing that series is kind of out of your brain. It's like, we dropped that one, but hey, we took a more important series.
Yeah, we took the more important one. And then at the White Sox, they're trash. And their best player, Luis Robert Jr., is on the IL. So that helps. Garrett Crochet's been pretty good, though. So hopefully we don't have to run into him. And then the Reds will catch up to me. They'll be in Seattle. I will have already been there.
Yeah.
And what's really cool is that Monday is Jackie Robinson Day. They're doing a dual Ken Griffey Jr. bobblehead. They're giving away different bobbleheads for each game.
Dude, that's rad.
I'm so hyped. So the Jackie Robinson Day, and then follow it up with, and then there's that off day Thursday, and then it's another home stretch between the Angels and Phillies. Oh boy.
Really need to capitalize here on the ones that you should be winning.
Yes. And then they'll close out the month. You're at the Rangers, and then you're at the Padres, and that is when it gets brutal.
Yeah, get these wins now.
Get them, stack them, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4, stack and keep moving.
Yeah, if they can get the bats going, just cruising through the Brewers, White Sox, Mariners, hopefully keep it going, Angels. If you can get everyone nice and rolling there to take on the Phillies, because they're going to have something to prove.
Yeah, they are. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Angels suck, which is nice. But you know what? We'll get to see Mike Trout here. That's pretty cool.
That is nice.
Actually, we won't. We have shows those nights.
Oh, yeah. We will be in Lexington.
But we have that Sunday.
How about that?
We always have Sunday.
We do.
Let us around third and head for home. What do you got, buddy?
I will be at the Comet on this Friday. And then next week, the 18th, which is Thursday, I'll be at Commonwealth Sanctuary. And then 19th and 20th, Comedy Off Broadway, Lexington, with you, baby.
And Tom Green, get your tickets.
Yep.
Make the road trip. It's going to sell out.
What about you, baby?
You can see me in Seattle starting from Friday to Wednesday.
Nice.
I can't wait, dude. It's the best beer in the world, some awesome seafood, some great friends, and the Reds. Come on.
That's awesome.
Does it get any better than that? I don't think so. So let's put a bow on this turd. Thank you to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this podcast. We appreciate it. If you're ever in New Orleans, go to their coffee shop. In the clutch, dude, check this out. Maybe today we'll all wear 42. All right? Jackie Robinson Day's on Monday. Put your order in now. We've got a few Jackie Robinson themed shirts. Check it out. Use the promo code NASTYBOYS, all caps. Get 10% off and get your shirt in time for Jackie Robinson Day.
It's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty spiffy, huh? And then thanks for having me in the fart dunge, dog.
Anytime, dog.
And then coming and doing the double dip on Saturday.
Oh, that was a blast. That was a great day.
That was so fun. So, and thank you for watching and listening. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.
Stop the recording.